After former Lostprophets singer Ian Watkins was brutally killed in prison yesterday, authorities say they have now charged two suspects. And we're learning more about how the situation unfolded in the prison where one of rock music's most disgraced and hated figures was serving time for his horrific crimes against children. As we reported yesterday, Ian Watkins was stabbed to death on Saturday morning at HMP Wakefield, a maximum security prison where he was serving a long sentence for a string of horrific child sex offenses. Early reports claimed his throat was slashed shortly after inmates were unlocked from their cells. He was 48 years old. Now we have official confirmation of charges. West Yorkshire police have launched a full murder investigation and released a statement which reads in part, quote, "Officers were called by staff at the prison at 9:39 a.m. this morning to reports of a serious assault on a prisoner. Despite medical attention, he was pronounced dead at the scene. Two men aged 25 and 43 have been arrested on suspicion of murder and are currently in police custody." So far, the names of the two inmates have not yet been released. A source who spoke to the Sun newspaper gave grim details on the attack, saying Watkins was targeted by another inmate who shanked him in the neck. The source described it as a horrific scene with blood everywhere and alarms and sirens going off. They added that guards rushed to help, but there was nothing they could do to save him. For those who followed this story, this attack likely doesn't come as a total surprise. This wasn't the first time Watkins had been targeted behind bars. Back in 2023, he was stabbed and taken hostage by three other inmates at the same prison. He survived that incident, but it was clear that he had a massive target on his back. Of course, Watkins was in HMP Wakefield for a disturbing reason. In 2013, he was convicted of 13 child sex offenses, which came to light during a drug investigation. When police searched his home, they found what they described as overwhelming evidence of the crimes, including at least 90 indecent photographs. He was sentenced to 29 years in prison with another 6 on probation, reportedly. Of course, after his disturbing crimes were revealed, his bandmates and Lostprophets immediately broke up the band in disgust before he even pled guilty. They later went on to form a separate group wanting nothing to do with their former frontman's legacy. And even in prison, Watkins continued to cause trouble. In 2019, he was found guilty of possessing a cell phone, which he reportedly hid inside his own body. During that trial, he claimed he was being threatened by other inmates who he described as murderers and handy, and that you, quote, would not want to mess with them. And now it seems those fears became a reality for him. The investigation will now focus on the two men who have been charged, and we'll let you know if there are any updates in this situation. Obviously, Ian Watkins, a universally hated monster. We'll keep you posted if we hear any updates about this developing story.